the last kind of 18 months, maybe 12 months, we've seen a real improvement in people and organisations putting their kind of organisational direction, their vision to one side, and still maintaining that vision and that direction for themselves, but in terms of collaborative working, just coming more, pulling in the same direction, and putting the people who were there to serve, the people who were there to support, putting them first rather than organisational goals and direction.
I do outreach work with the outreach team, and I go to places like this in the community, the hub here, and there's one that's opened up in Leominster, which started because of the success we found here. Millie's done a great job here, so
replicating this is a cool
really trying to replicate the success of this place in Leominster.
So Ethos is Extending the Hand of Support. It's the charity that's responsible for creating the living room. The living room is in central Hereford, so it's a safe space for everyone. It's a cafe, community space and a community larder all in one, where we offer support not only to homeless people, where we feed them hot meals every day, offer clothes and showering facilities and washing. We are also very much about prevention. The living room was created to go upstream to help people with advice, support and guidance before homelessness arises.
We work with lots of different agencies, anyone that's necessary really, so from statutory services, from GP surgeries and health, all the way through to Turning Point, or the Housing Solutions team, got the super outreach team. We work very closely with lots of different partners in any ways we can sort of promote the voice of the people that we're supporting with partnerships.
I'm working with Ukrainian refugees. It has been a pleasure because I'm a refugee as well. So I know how correctly to help them and what we need. I know our mentality, so I do support working, mental health, support, and just a big pleasure with Ukrainian and British people.
that between 4 and 8 is the loneliest part in people's lives, and so it was that gap, and so I thought let's set up food provision, and it wasn't the focus of the charity to start off with, but I thought I know a lot of businesses in Hereford, I know all the restaurants, I know a lot of people, so let's get this set up, let's get communities and businesses involved and get them to provide food. And then people were saying, yeah, just give them stodge. And I was like, no, we're not giving them stodge, we're going to give them proper food. So we had the Green Dragon, we had Lardy Kitchen, we had some of the restaurants and the churches in Hereford providing us top class food, hot, every night of the week, 7 days a week for 4 months.
The larder, we collect a lot of surplus food, we get a lot of donations, everything that comes into the larder is generally been donated, or we sign up to like a partnership scheme where we get given things from the supermarkets. We have lots of really good volunteers that do collecting in the evenings and at weekends and all sociable, unsociable hours that they pick up things for the larder. People can come in, it's not means tested, so anybody can use the larder and get what they need. You get 10 items for £5, which a lot of people find really helpful, especially when it's nappies and things like that generally cost a lot of money. So they come in, and sometimes with the Household Support Fund we then refer them onto that and get a grant for them to do their shopping for free. So then that bridges the gap, if they're struggling at a certain period of time, then we're able to offer that extended support where they can then get a little bit of extra help with especially shopping. That's the main source of people's outgoings, apart from bills.
The thing that I said to him, I said, how's Warm Welcome changed your life? Because it's always good to ask people, is it changing? And he said, has it changed? More people talk to me. And because people come into contact with him in a space where they feel comfortable, they strike up friendships and they strike up relationships and they talk.
We can look at someone who hasn't accessed services, and rather than historically a lot of services have said, well, that person's not engaging, so we'll put them in that box and they'll come to us when they want it. The approach that we've taken, especially with the night shelter, with the partnership working with Gareth and people that Gareth works with, is around, well, okay, that person's clearly struggling to access that service. How do we get that service to that individual? And then that trust that people have built up in Gareth and other people involved in the shelter has, like Gareth says, been passed on to the outreach team. You know, here's someone I know, you trust me, I think you can trust this person, and that relationship building starts to get easier.
You know, you have the street homeless, and then they'll go into supported accommodation where they will, they're able to drink in a lot of them, and they're able to use, and a lot of this is supported accommodation. The move on accommodation, what we're stepping in is that tier above before they go into mainstream freedom, for instance, you know, having their own tenancy agreement. Is that where we can actually then still give them support, but we're there to help them rehabilitate into the big world per se, into private accommodation.
But ultimately, yeah, it's about people feeling safe, being safe and being counted, and that's like an important thing. There's so many hidden homeless.